Howdy, soldiers. Sergeant Fury here. Oh my god, my cat's gonna be like this whole wanting to knead on my lap thingy. Hopefully everybody's had a great Saturday so far, wherever you're at in the country, around the world. Oh my god. Man, it's like so. It's like we have to keep the heat going on because it's so cold, but then you get like dry. You know what I mean? When you don't really want the heat going, it's like give and take. All right. Yeah, because it's got cold the last couple days here where we live, but it's not snowing. It's gonna snow this coming week, so hopefully it's nice wherever you guys are at, guys or girls. So I did a video earlier today because Arma's on sale for like a ridiculously crazy price right now. I mean, this game puts all these other ones to shame. Obviously, I've already done the video, so we're not going to do it again. But at 78% off, that means you're only paying $16.98. I've been playing it for 6 years. So, but there's no doubt in my mind that you guys will play the crap out of this thing. I mean, it's better than all the rest of them combined. Like I was showing you in the workshop, just scenarios, which are like single player, things you can do, like a missions, basically missions. There's 57,457. So, I mean, even Ghost Recon Wildlands at 106 and Division 1 at 264, that's way past that. Okay. You know what I mean? So, these are all missions. And you could, what you do, you go most popular, most subscribed, over time, 1 week, all time. You can go to all time, and that'll tell you which are the most popular ones that you want to try to check out right away, maybe. So like I said, that'll keep you busy just in itself, not including all the other things that are going on in here that you can load up. But like I said in my other video, most of this stuff is for people who are making missions themselves. Here, like you would do single player, right? Instead of doing that, you come down here to single player and do single player scenario. Like, so you want to just load stuff up yourself. And you could do all time. I always like to do all time at first, right? And these are, ones you can go check out. And again, these are all free. These are 727 pages, of free missions. So that's quite a bit of free stuff just in single player. Multiplayer, most of the time that's if you're going to run your own server, right? Or, I mean, these are all if you're going to do your own thing as far as, running your own server. Fire and drill is single player time. These are all single player. Obviously co-op player, multiplayer, but so you normally don't load up those unless you're already playing the game already, and then the game has a tendency to load it up, right? Remember I told you over here in my earlier video today, or if you didn't watch, what's going to happen is you're going to fire up the game, right? You're not going to have any mods loaded, right? You're going to come over here, right? Well, you're just going to be new to the game, so you're not going to do anything at all except for go to parameters and check show static background and skip logos on startup, so you don't get all the videos and all that crap like you get that you don't need, right? And then you're going to click on play, okay, and then you're going to do all the single player scenarios, the basic training and the VR training and all that crap. When you're done with all that, then you get out of that whole menu. You're going to come back and eventually be to this point, okay, and then you're going to say, okay, now I want to go online, right? Now, I always suggest doing the official servers first before you just like wander out there into the whole world. Okay, so Zeus ones are exactly what it is. That means somebody's sitting in like a god spot. right? And they get to control what's going on in the scenario. So that could either be good or bad depending on how good that person is. Sometimes they make it fun. Sometimes they don't really know what they're doing. It could get stupid. So I would suggest not doing those at first. In game is basically taking control of a sector and then moving around and doing different things against either other against NPCs. Apex you're going to want to do because there's this whole set of these missions that you want to get done, right? And you can do them with up to 4 other players at the same time. So you're going to want to do your Apex ones first. Now, Combat Patrol is like a new one that they just started up. Okay, so having not done too many of those, you can, like I said, these are the ones you want to do. Now, Warlord is player versus player. So if you're not into player versus player, you're not going to want to do Warlords, but it's pretty much they've split like, you have your base, they have their base, and then you take over sectors, and as you control more sectors, you force them back, right? And you take sort of like capture the area in one sense until you basically take over their base. So it's fun to do, but it's, if you're not into player versus player, you're not going to want to do that. But you can see there's a lot of those servers running, of course, because even though right now there may or may not be people on them, that don't judge by that, because a lot of people do this outside of the official servers, right? So, but this is where you're going to want to go first. You want to come over here and do some in-game Apex. You can do them all, but I would get my feet wet over here first because they don't run any mods. These are just vanilla servers. So you come over here and, matter of fact, let's just jump on one and see what happens. Okay, we'll see if. Now I like to pick them by the ping time because you want the one that's obviously the lowest because that's going to be the closest to you. So this one's got 9 out of 27. That's a pretty good ping. I don't want to get one too crowded because I won't have some time to goof off. So that's Livonia. This is Altus, Tanoa, Altus, AFF. Tells you sort of what's going on there. Map. Yeah. We'll give you a vanilla map first. Where's we might do Tanoa. Alright, let's do Tanoa. See, and you're going to come over here. You don't click on join because you always want to see if they require any mods. Now yours, unless you're running 4K, if you're running 4K, you're going to have the same situation because these front end panels are not cooperating with me in Windows. That's a Windows thing. So, doesn't have any mods, right? There's nothing here, but you just click set up a DLC's mod and join. Good evening, Andre. Hold on, man. Alright. I'm back. So, see, they have a Bohemian person here, and he's the one running whatever's going on. So, and here they don't have any specific anything. Everybody seems to be in a little slot, so I'll have to jump into another ploiter slot, which is not a big deal. Did I fix the problem with the sound? What problem with the sound? What problem with the sound? Now what problem are you talking about?
You got Smuggle Kalinka?
Respawn has been placed in the Prowler in the event that she died.
Oh, alright. Oh, I know this.
All this crap laying on the ground over here. Operation
And
to
we
no
won't
freedom,
came back till it's over there.
See what I got. No GPS. Crappy weapon. No backpack. Well, here's a VR right here. Well, here you go. Here's my guy I'm gonna rock with.
That was here earlier.
I'm pretty sure this is where we went before.
Not new.
Wow, not even a frickin' first aid kit. Like, you know, like more. These guys are brutal.
Two, form on me.
You know, whatever.
Who dares ping the Zeus?
Three, rally up.
Zero. If I join those guys' group,
Behind us, Fang.
then damn, man, that's it.
Fuck yeah.
grid 068073. Ready.
HQ, this is Grab. We're taking shots. It seems Syndicator's here.
Probably just enemy patrol.
Yeah, probably.
Engage him if you want.
He's to the, what is that? Southeast. Southeast. You menu is north.
Good one.
He's down. Also, just ask command to drag me into your squad.
Hakon, can you drag Fang into my squad? Alright, once that patrol's done, we'll keep
Okay,
moving up the
repeat that.
road to the radio station. Could you please drag Fang into my squad?
Alright. Let me get that real quick.
Thank you.
Well, depending on how much these guys chit
Nick
chat.
Fury, Bruce, and Horace, I would suggest you spawn on the Prowler. If I could get a hunter, never mind.
I don't know why I don't want me to put a frickin' helmet on. A piece of crap game. I can't find the helmet over here. I mean, I don't know why they don't have a helmet in this game. That's like stupid. Let's see what else they have. What else I can run. Alright. I'll probably run this one then. God, dude. Don't you hate that? Yeah.
Two, fall back.
The problem with the sound in Breakpoint. I don't know that I had one. Later.
2, rally up.
Oh, I don't have my key set up for it, that's why. That would make sense.
Two, rally up.
Oh my god, goddamn fucking thing, man. Jesus Christ, man.
2, form on me.
Trying to get this thing to let me put this thing and it won't let me do it because it keeps thinking I want to use my steering wheel. Oh my god. Do I have any key I can use? That was the key I used to use.
Maybe they just joined like ties. I request you spawn on the Prowler, as there is currently a mission ongoing.
1, return to formation.
2, fall back.
So, who just ran up and shot me? Oh my god. I'm out of here, man.
Grid 068073. Awaiting orders.
So this is one of the things you'll have to put up with. You'll get some stupid shit will come in there and start shooting people. Hey, Miss Nomad, good evening to you. So, you know, that's one of the things with servers, you know what I mean? Even though there's somebody on there that should be watching that. So you can join these official ones. These are people just doing missions, so normally they're not going to be stupid because they're right in the middle of doing a mission. Patrol, man, I haven't been on patrol for a while, so I might try a patrol one. We'll see. So this one doesn't require any mods, right? So when it doesn't require mods, you don't have to click on more detail. You can just go ahead and say join. Even though it's going to open up this frickin' giant panel. I hope you're having a great day there, Ms. Nomad. But yeah, it's like you'll join these servers and people try to like run everything, and you know, depending on who they are and how it's being done. This guy thinks he's Mr. In Command. He doesn't even sound like he's old enough to shave yet. So if you're not old enough to shave yet, you're pretty hard pressed to get me to listen to you in this video game. You at least got to be a shaveable age or have pubic hairs. One or the other. Yeah, Andre, I'm not quite sure what sound problem and breakpoint you were talking about, because it was my microphone that I was having problems with. It wasn't breakpoint per se. Okay, and this is Escape from Tanoa, which basically you join in here and you guys got to get off the island, so it takes a lot of communication, and I don't feel like dealing with people right now in that sense. Okay, so anyways, those are the official servers, right? Then you come over here, right? We're all done with that. I don't know what this keeps flashing for over here. You come over here to, I have favorites already picked, but you can just pick the internet, right? Now, filters are basically, I have it set up, like no passwords, no full servers. BattleEye is an anti-cheat program, so you know you're not joining a server where people are going to be cheating. Monitorized is, no monitorized means they don't charge money to play on the server, or they don't charge for whatever, which I've never seen that. Max ping is how high of a ping you want to be able to try to join a server. And co-op is what type, because they have lots of different types to play. There's your official ones, the ones we were just looking at. Then you have deathmatch, team deathmatch, capture the flag, capture island, combat, co-op, defend, role-playing, which is like Arma Life, which is probably the most popular one out there. Siege, sector control, sandbox, which are like big open ones. King of the Hill, which takes in both King of the Hill and Pug, because Pug originally came from here. Last Man Standing. Survival is like the Daisy. That's where all started here. And Vanguard is, I can't remember what Vanguard is. So lots of different ones to do. I usually do co-op because that's what my style I usually play. Oh, no, it wasn't, Andre. So, Ms. Nomad, how are you doing? What's going on? So what's going to happen is you're going to get your feet wet now, because these servers require mods, right? So, and depending on which server it is, they may require a couple mods, they may require a lot of mods, right? I usually set mine up by ping, right, and not so much the name. This way I'm always looking at the lowest pinging server to join, which is always the best. And since I know what's going on with most of these already. So here's a invaded annex, no mod, right? And you're going to be on molded. So that means you're going to join, you're going to jump in whatever vehicles they have and go out and do whatever missions that they want to do. Invaded annex will have a main mission, and then it'll have a side mission. And depending on who's on the server, if you got somebody who flies, they may be just flying around bombing everything and doing the missions real fast. So I normally don't play that style. It's not my, and Escape from Tanoa, Escape is what it sounds like. You start out with nothing, and you have to like go around and, you know, kill bad guys. And well, you start out with a pistol, and you have to kill bad guys, get a flashlight and night vision and all that crap, and then get off the island. So it's a nice, fun version to play. Insurgency is normally the type of style I play, because it involves going around and clearing towns or clearing buildings and looking for intel and blowing stuff up, and so you're usually going all over the place doing crap. They have Vietnam mods, so if you want to get into the whole... Mr. Freeze, good evening to you. If you want to get into the whole Vietnam style, there's a lot of Vietnam style ones out there that you can do. So, and I don't know if this is the one I was on the other day. Let's see what this one is. Cup Train, Cup Map, Community Base add-on. So they really don't have anything running on this one per se. It's all like a vanilla server. So more than likely it's somebody just running that server. You can run these out of your house. You know, anybody can run a server. So like I said, that's why it's a trial and error. You know, you're just gonna have to pick them and go through them, and you know, you'll find good servers and you'll find bad. So yeah, this BMR right here, that's the Nasty Knack. Those usually get pretty busy on their servers. You know, so that one's pretty cool to join if you want to join a busy server with a lot of people flying around and blowing stuff up and doing stuff. If you want to start out a little slower, then you pick servers that don't have as many people on them. You know, again, it's all up to you. You know, what speed you want. A lot of servers are country oriented, so a lot of the German ones, if it's sort of written in German or if it's written in French or Italian or something, normally that means everybody on the server is going to be speaking that language. So don't be surprised if they kick you off the server. Not that they're being mean, they're just, you gotta have to speak their language. It's just how it sort of works. So I'd like to start out, remember I told you these aren't the official, these are Black Mamba Rangers. It's a Jigsaw and his crew. That's usually why I play on those, because those are pretty just straightforward for you guys. And this one he's not running any mods on, which is sort of bizarre because he usually runs mods. But he's trying to draw people on to join in his servers, so I think that's why. But they're in Europe, so that's why they always ping higher. You know, anything over 100 for me is in Europe. So normally that's why I'm going to ping that high. So it's, you know, it's just a matter of getting in here and getting your feet wet. But try to pick servers that don't have a lot of mods on them to start with. It makes it easier for you because you got to download the mods. Right? That's why I had the video this morning telling people to pre-download Cup and RHS and Ace and these things that are huge, that are 5 and 6 and 7 gigs. So this way you already hey Joseph, welcome in. This way you already have them pre-downloaded already, since the game is on sale. You know, this way you won't like get all excited, want to come here and play, and then all of a sudden go, oh shit, man, it's like, you know, I can't play it because, you know, I got to download 30 gigs worth of mods. So, you know, that's why I suggest getting those, because you do see ones that I have that are green means I already have the mods. If there's a one like this, that means I don't have that mod. The orange, if it has a question mark, that means I may or may not have that mod. You know what I mean? So that's why I usually, you know, that's why I always tell people start out on the official ones, and then you get your feet wet after you download some when you're not playing games or whatever. So if that makes sense to everybody, right? Okay. So like I said, these guys are running that vanilla server over there. What was the one I saw? That Dingleberry, whatever the hell, Demrod. These guys, this one right here. It says he's running Takistan now, so. Oh, and he's running some mods. Remember, he's running Cup. And again, the reason my computer is doing this is because for some reason this app, they haven't upgraded it to where it recognizes if you're running your computer in 4K. So the app wants to do 1080p and this gets all weird. So anyways, it's going to load up these 3 right here, and then we're going to join the server, and we'll go out and do some stuff. Okay? That sounds okay with everyone. Miss Nomad took off on me. I said hello to her, and I didn't hear anything back. But yeah, Andre, man, Broke Point is so broken, I don't even feel like trying to play it. The other day it crashed 8 times, and, you know, I finally got tired. I got it to work the next day, but you can't go to Snowy Mountain, and there's really nothing good to go out to do except for a couple faction missions, and so I'm like, nah, I'll wait. I'll hold off. Till it gets a little more exciting. Oh, there you are. I'm sorry. I didn't want you to think I was ignoring you. Right now, a lot of servers are going to be that you join will be like very specific. Like if you're an auto rifleman, you carry that. If you're a squad leader or an engineer or something, you may not be able to carry an automatic rifle. It depends on the server. You know, a lot of servers you can come over here and get into these slots, which are the Op4 slots, which sometimes I do. There's only a couple guys playing, so depending on where they're at and where I'm at, we might be a bad guy here for a little bit. See if the game will let me. Oh yeah, let me load in as a bad guy. So we'll let the good guys go after me. We'll do player versus player, player. We'll do player versus environment versus player versus player. How's that? We'll do them both. Oh man, that's so sorry to hear that, Joseph, that your grandfather passed away. That sort of sucks, bro. Where some 12-year-old treats you like crap. Well, you don't have to play on that server. You know what I mean? There's hundreds of servers out there. You just, don't play on that server. That's all. It's all pretty straightforward. You know what I mean? There's like, yeah. Oh yeah, see, it won't let me do it. See, it's disabled on this server, so it won't let me do that. No, that's just, you know what I mean? That's, sorry I use that as an example if that's what you think. I mean, if that was the case, do you think I would have 6,000 hours in this game? I mean, logically. You know what I mean? There's plenty of servers out there. You can do your own thing. You can play solo and not ever play with another player. You can put hundreds of fucking AI down here. You know what I mean? You never have to play with another player at all. You just like fire up missions, and that's why I just said there's 50,000 missions. I mean, there's 27,000 single player. So you never have to play with another real person ever, Ms. Nomad. Ever, ever, ever. No, that's on that. Oh my God. Never mind. Nope, you missed everything I said. Y'all start all over again. Okay? I'll start all over again. Okay? Let's see, single player, right? Single player, right? There's 21,791. So what you do is, when you get over here, right, instead of loading up mods, okay, and looking for anything up here, you click on play, right, is where they have all the main front end for the game. That's what I have on that video this morning. And you go there and it has all the campaigns and all the firing drills and all that shit. That makes sense? I'll show you real quick. I will show you, Mom. Man, you're just like, yeah, you didn't, because you came in when you came in, so you didn't hear everything I said. What the hell's going on? Why don't I see anything? Well, that's a little bizarre. No problem. Let's do this. That one's acting weird anyways. Okay. Yeah, so what happens is when you first okay, so this is what you're going to do, Ms. Nomad. When you first fire up the game, it's going to take you to this front end, right? And you're going to be wherever. Most of the time you're over here on the news, right? Don't worry about clicking on servers and looking for servers or any battle. Don't worry about any of this crap over here. All you need to do is, right? Matter of fact, let me unload these mods, right? Okay. So all you're going to do is you come down here and click on play, right? Now, you can go browse the workshop and subscribe to any of those 21,700 single-player scenarios that you want. Hey, Marco. Good evening. Then, this is why it's a little confusing to people, because this front end, basically, Ms. Nomad, is for multiplayer, right? It's not for single player. This is just a way of people browsing servers while they're on the desktop doing other bullshit, right? What you're going to do is you're going to click on play, okay? I wouldn't have you buy this if you weren't able to do stuff by yourself, because I know how you already are, so you don't have to, you know. But there's so much stuff you can do in here. Okay, then this is going to take you to this front end over here, right? Then the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to boot camp, right? They got a boot camp, and then they have VR. VR, I would suggest first. That basically is a virtual one, right? It's virtual world, right? We'll go in here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I hope you're having a great day, Marco. Thanks for joining. See? Now, I've already done a lot of these. That's why they're already completed. They got little thingamajeros done. I just haven't done the helicopters. See how well, they've redone all these again. So anyways, you would come into your virtual trainer, right? You can come in here. When you're ready to leave, you hit your escape key and just say abort, and it's going to kick you back out. So I'd come in there first and do all that, right? Okay. Then what you're going to do is the field manual is really good. Okay. If you click on this, this basically tells you everything you need to know inside the game. You know, basic weapons, you know, weapon info, switching, reloading, fire, zeroing, scopes, you know, deployment, recoil, ballistics. You know, then they have weapons advanced, you know, for mil dot, suppressors, pointer, flashlight, inserts, aiming. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, so very extensive, and that's all right there. Then what you're going to do is you're going to come over here to boot camp, right? And boot camp's going to walk you through all the things that you need to do to basically learn the game, okay? So that's going to take, you know, an hour or so. Then you get done with all that crap, right? You come over here to single player, right? And that starts the whole campaign, which is the Prologue, the East Wind, the Remnants of War, Beyond Hope, Stepping Stone, Steel Pegasus. See, I haven't even done these last couple ones yet. Now, originally when I did the game, when it first came out, there was almost 50 missions, and then they changed them, so that's why a lot of these I've already done, and these are all brand new ones I didn't do yet, right? Then they have showcases, right? Showcases are infantry, tells you how to follow your leader and move through there. Scuba, how you do a whole scuba mission. Vehicles, talks about handling vehicles. Helicopter, combined arms, commanding, night, support, tanks, arm, drone, gunship. See, all these even have a sniping one. Where's the marksmanship? Utilize your marksmanship rifle and the new weapons stimulation features to carry out counterinsurgency operations. You know, the firing from vehicles, from sling loading, fixed wing. You know, you can play the bad guys, get a feel for them, running drones. So you do all that stuff, Ms. Nomad. You got all that to do, right? Okay. Then you get into all the firing drills that you can do. You have all these different firing drills that you can run through, right? Just like quite a few of those, okay? So they have all these different, and then they have time trials, same thing. You have carts, helicopter, where you can like run through these courses and see if you get the fastest time, and you get, you know, you can compete against people like me and other people that you may know. So you have all these time trials. They even have little tank ones. These tanks, these are like a SUV tank. And they have armed ones and unarmed ones, but both. So you have all that you can do, right? Then, remember I told you about the 21,700 scenarios? Well, that's where this all comes in. You can load up all those over here, right? So you got 21,000 different missions that you can load up and go through each one of those missions, you know, one at a time. You know, all these different crazy missions that you can do and basic training, and you can fly all these different aircraft, and, you know, from the F-22 to the F-35A, or the U.S. Air Force with, you know, nuclear bombs and all that crap, and, you know what I mean? So you can have as many of those in here as you want to have. So this is like, just goes on and on and on, you know, and these are 2 to 4 players. This is assassinate a high-ranking officer on Stratus and exfil by boat. So this one, you got to go find this guy and be a sniper, go snipe him, and then get away without getting busted, and it changes all the time. This is a dynamic universal war system, so this constantly changes all the time. There's so much shit going on in this one. You can put 500 hours just in this one mission alone, because it changes constantly. So you can do zombie ones. You don't like zombies, so forget zombie ones. These are some of the ones I did a while back. This is when Day 0 with DayZ was first coming out. They have a training base. You can come over here, and it loads up all the, you know, the Russian assets and all that stuff for your training. So again, you don't even have to even touch the multiplayer at all. And then you have the editor. The editor, you can get in there and you can do your own scenarios, your own missions. It's all scripted. It's all like on the fly 3D. You just drop stuff in there and you jump right in and start playing, and feels like I'm a military recruiter. That's right, soldier. I'm offering you a lifetime of opportunity here. An opportunity to travel the world, to see places, to do things. You can be all you can be. You're so funny, Miss Nomad. So anyways, that's, you know what I mean? Like, and then there's all these, like I said, these are all the, you know, the different crap that you can do. I mean, there's so much to do in here, you know, regardless of, don't let the multiplayer crap online stuff scare you away, you know. So just single player, and then you can run your own server. You can go over here and come and click on host a server, right? I know you don't have the bandwidth, but what I'm saying is, like, say you get the game, right? And you want to play, we want to play together. I have more than enough bandwidth to host a server. So I click on host a server, and what it does is it loads up the actual server front end. And then I can go in there and host a server and have a username and password, and you can jump on it and goof off, and we can go around and kill people. So, I mean, so that's how that whole thing works. So if you want to host a server, it'll do all that stuff for you. You know, it actually loads up the server front end, and bam, you're running your own server. And I have my bandwidth more than enough. See, and then you can set up a whole whatever you want to set up, and then so you can run your own server if you want to run your own server. You got the T-shirt and use it to wipe down your bike. Oh yeah, you're so funny, very very funny. Okay, so anyways, that's where that all goes. Okay, so I'm gonna go back over to my favorites here because these are things I've already picked already. And like I said, as you pick favorites, you click the little star, and it makes a little white star, and it'll load it up over here on your favorites, and you can go over here and do crap. And remember, we were on Fallujah the other day, and I was shooting people on Fallujah. He just doesn't have it set up for the rendering, for them to render at a longer distance. That's why sometimes the vanilla servers are better, because the rendering is farther away on the NPCs. So it's better for sniping. But we'll see what we find, what we got going on over here. But see, most of the servers, these are up to 60 player, and that'll fill up today, since it's a weekend. They usually fill up pretty quick. See, this is the one he's doing as Alta, doesn't have any mods, so we'll just do this one. We'll do a no mod server. You'll be here all night? You're funny, man. So anyways, like I said, Ms. Nomad, you don't have to join, any public servers at all. You can just go to the workshop, and like I said, with 21,700 different missions and things to do, I'm sure you'll be more than, and they have like best by all time. Like rated, the highest ones, which are, a couple hundred. So. The reason I like the BMR insurgency is because they're not scripted to stay in one spot lots of times. They like to sort of wander around and do their thing. So by them wandering around and doing their thing, then it makes it a little more interesting. But we'll go ahead and fire this puppy up, like I said, and what you're getting is, every time you join a server, even though you have the game, any modifications that have been done since the last time you joined, like if you have it even in your favorites, it's gonna go ahead and update whatever it is. And normally it's 3 megs, 4 megs, 2 megs. Usually they're not very large. But yeah, I've known Jigsaw for a long time, since back in the Arma 2 days. So he's quite well known in the map making community for coming up with these whole, not just, he didn't make the map itself, that's made by Bohemian Interactive, but he made the whole scenario that we're playing, which is basically like capture the squares. There's red squares, we're going to capture them, make them green, kill a lot of people, look for intel, blow shit up, get killed maybe. Depends on how good I am. Suicide bombers, IEDs, all that good stuff. And he always makes it hard for me because they like to fly. Him and his guys, they always fly in helicopters, and I'm like one of these ground pounder guys. So unfortunately, I usually get crappy vehicles when I join his servers, unless he's running RHS or something that has tanks and all that. Now the cool thing is, once you blow up the cache or whatever it is that we got to blow up, there's a reward thing that comes up. So then I always pick a tank. So then I can roll around in my tank and blow up shit before I get close to them. But that doesn't mean you can't get blown up even in a tank, so. Well, I'm assuming this thing is loading up here any day there, folks. Having a problem there, stud? Just waiting on my computer. Normally by now it's loaded up. That's a little weird. But let's see what's going on here. If you remember, my Arma was working like weird earlier, so. When it wouldn't close up, and I sort of like try to force it to close. So hopefully I'm not doing something stupid, but the server thing started up fine. I'm not quite sure why this is acting the way it's acting. Well, let's check it out. Wowie. I'm having a major meltdown here with Steam, with everything. Figures, man. Huh. One time I'm over here trying to frickin' stream, and everything starts acting all crazy. Yeah, of course it's not responding. My mouse isn't responding. Holy cowie, wowie. I bet you I know what it is. It's the stupid software. It's the stupid Raytheon software is causing all this. So let me stop the stream and fix all this, and I'll be right back, everyone.